I can't believe how quickly September is flying by. We are already more than halfway into the month, and honestly, it feels like everything around us is shifting. September has always been the month of change. The nights are getting colder and longer as well, and it has been so rainy lately. Overall, the days have just been so cozy. One thing that I really love about this time of the year is how much earlier the evenings settle in. Isha is earlier, which means we can wind down sooner and get to bed at a reasonable time, and in turn also wake up earlier as well. I'm kind of seeing these cold months as an opportunity to be more productive. So let's do that together. Let's make the most of the hours we have every day and the most of all the days we have every week. Most of all, I want to grow into a more productive and grateful person, because being able to wake up at all is such a blessing in itself, let alone waking up healthy in a home with running water and enough food. So in this video, let's spend a few cozy and productive September days together while romanticizing the colder days as well. So when it comes to romanticizing the little things, there's actually one thing that has been stopping me from doing that. It's actually Hassan. You may know him, and it's so funny to me that he has kind of become almost like a member of our household. But basically, Hassan is the pigeon that is always on our balcony. When we first moved in here, he was already here, and as a joke, me and my husband just gave him a name and called him Hassan. And over the years, he even brought like a girl home. He brought his wifey. He also got kind of fat too, and they really kind of settled in here. And at first, I thought it was really cute, at least in the beginning. But you guys, pigeons are not that clean. And at first it didn't really bother me because I wasn't on the balcony that much. But then a neighbor from downstairs came to us and asked if we could stop feeding the birds, because they were basically using their garden, which is below us, as kind of like a toilet. And that's when I realized I really needed to do something, because now it's really bothering other people as well. So I really needed to get to work, because as you know, as a Muslim, you have to be a good neighbor. And I was not being a really good neighbor because of this pigeon. I started with putting up those pigeon pins, you know, but they just wouldn't sit on that specific place and would sit somewhere else. And then at some point I even had like the entire balcony filled in tinfoil, because I've heard pigeons don't like reflecting things. Of course, at night there's no reflection because there's no light, so they would just come at night as well. Basically, Hassan was doing everything he could to just stay on the balcony, and now I finally just decided to just put up one of those nets so that it's literally impossible to enter the balcony, and it feels like an end of an era. It was always so funny to see him. Sometimes I still see him. I think he's spotting if the net is still there, but yeah, so that's kind of the end of an era. And now I thought I really need to clean up the balcony as well. And then I thought, why not just make it cute as well? So put on some flowers and everything. And I know that flowers on the balcony are kind of something to do in the summer, in the spring. So I'm really late with that, but yeah, why not? Because I do like opening up the balcony door in the mornings to let in fresh air. So why not do that and look at some pretty flowers at the same time? So today I want to go to the store where they sell all the plants, all the flowers, and yeah, make sure that the balcony is looking cute as well. I just finished with cleaning the kitchen, so now let's make some tea and get cozy. So I'm currently reading this book called The Apple Spice B&B, and actually I haven't read in such a long time, but it's really getting me back into reading. It's really just an autumn book. It's kind of giving Gilmore Girls and just cozy vibes overall, so it's really like a nice read to get back into reading during this cozy season as well. So I'm just going to continue reading this book. I have this cozy autumn background, and honestly I don't really use my TV that much. Whenever I watch something, I watch it on my laptop, so it's nice to just use it for once. I think it's kind of a cozy jazz background video, I think, but I just muted the sound so that there's no music, and I don't really need any sounds coming from the TV just because I have the door open to the balcony and I'm hearing the sound of the rain, which is so cozy. So it would be kind of silly to put another sound of like nature or something of that sort on top of that as well when I have like the real life version right here. It's currently a little over 9 o'clock at night and Isha is in about 30 minutes. So I'll just read for 30 minutes and then do kind of my evening routine focused on Dean and focused on like ending the night for real. I'm just so happy, honestly, that I can go to sleep at 10 o'clock. Like, this is kind of what I've been craving all summer long. I just really love to go to bed early. For the past few weeks, I've been kind of looking for like a cute aesthetic tea mug to have for every day basically, and I saw a lot of inspiration and I was looking for it everywhere, but I just couldn't find the perfect one. So for now I'm sticking to this one that I've been having for so long. It used to be my dad's, but he gave it to me when I moved out, and honestly I know it's so easy to get into the whole movement of getting everything for fall, like mugs that are autumn inspired or decoration for in the house that is inspired by the season that you're currently in. But I guess what you have right now is already good enough and already cozy as well. And the whole thing about having an aesthetic is kind of silly because what you have right now in your home is your aesthetic and it's good enough as it is. You don't have to go chasing some ideal that we see on the internet. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically I have been looking for a very cute mug for weeks now just because I wanted to get into the fall spirit. But guess what? I could just make myself a tea with the mugs that I already have in my house, and that is going to be my aesthetic. There's no such thing as one aesthetic. So yeah, I'll be having my tea in this mug that is probably 30 years old. I'm going to read and I'll talk to you in a little bit. So for tonight, I'm done reading and I just want to journal for a little bit. This is for later. I haven't journaled in a while actually, so I'm trying to get back into it. And just a little fun fact about me, I'm very particular about my pens. One unfortunate reason why I haven't been journaling as much is because I've lost kind of my good pens. I just found this one and this one will do. What I need from a pen is that it has black ink, or at least it shouldn't have blue ink. And then it should also be kind of thin as well, because I like to write kind of small. It's just a decision that I made when I think it was when I started high school, where I was just like, I don't want to write with blue pens, and it just never happened again. Only when I really need to write something down. But you would never catch me writing in my journal with blue ink. Unless I was like on a deserted island with only one journal and one blue pen. Okay, maybe I would write with a blue pen in that case, but otherwise you would never catch me with a blue pen.
الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Today I had an event in another city. The event was by the brand Tudung People, which is a Malaysian modest wear brand. And honestly, I was so excited to go to this event just because I personally love Malaysian fashion, specifically Malaysian modest wear, and how Malaysian people, as well as Indonesian people by the way, wear their hijab. I think it's so beautiful. It's always full coverage and very classy as well. So I was really excited for this event. If you didn't know, by the way, I'm half Javanese Indonesian. My father is Javanese, and I always feel very connected to kind of my Indonesian roots. I actually did a DNA test once, and the results were basically that I am 42% Indonesian and Malaysian. So that was so nice to see at the time, and in a way I felt like coming to my people with this event. But of course I do know that as Muslims, all people from all nationalities are our sisters, so that's why just in general I love going to such events where we all just come together. Good morning. I tried to go to sleep after Fajr, but for some reason I couldn't. So here we are. It's early in the morning and I got a package delivered yesterday that I would like to open with you because I think it's going to be very cute. So this is from Makeover Studio, and the owner of this brand is so kind. She sent me this like larger pouch and this smaller pouch, and it has so many pockets, which is so nice. So I'm just going to think about what I want to do with this. I think you can use this in many ways, like for example for skincare or something like that, but I think I'll be making it kind of my Islamic studies bag just because it's kind of big, so it fits a lot of notebooks as well as pencil cases as well. And there are a few holes even to put pens inside. So this will be my Islamic studies bag just so that I can easily carry everything that I need for Islamic studies with me wherever I go. So I already put my notebook inside. I think I'll also be including my Quran journal in this pouch as well. I thought it wouldn't fit, but it actually fits perfectly, which is so nice. I've started this journal a while back and I actually never continued with it just because I feel like it's so intimidating to kind of continue with Quran journaling. So I'm hoping that if I put this inside the pouch and I kind of look at it every time I do my Islamic studies in my other notebook, that I get the urge to continue with this one as well. Because honestly, it's so beneficial to do Quran journaling, and I know it would be something that I would really like doing as well, but it's just been something not necessarily that I'm scared of doing, but just something I've been postponing, I guess. But hopefully if I put it inside the pouch, then I'll be more eager to do it over time. Oh, and also I think for this little pouch, I will be using it as kind of my to-go bag, like little bag to have in my bag for when I have to go. So something that holds everything that I need, such as my public transport card, and then also kind of little things aside from that, maybe keys as well. We'll be taking everything out again because I want to do some Islamic studies this morning. I want to do tafsir today just because I haven't done so in some time, and yeah, let's get into that.
طويل الشوق يبقى في اغترابي فقير في الحياة من الصحاب ومن يأمنك يا دنيا الدواهي تدوسين مصاحب بالتراب وأعجب من مريدك وهو يدري بأنك في الورى
So it's a little bit later. I just finished the apple spice B&B and I really enjoyed it. So now it's time to go on to the next book. Autumn is really the perfect time for reading, so if you have any book recommendations, let me know. So today is actually kind of nice weather. I think it's 20 degrees, something like that. So it kind of feels like today is going to be one of those last summery days of the year. I do want to make the most of it, but first I really want to bake something. Whenever I bake something, I usually make chocolate chip cookies just because that's the kind of one recipe that I feel like I've mastered, or at least I know it will come out good. And I also don't really feel like baking something today and having the chance of messing it up. I do want to try new recipes, but just not today. So I'm going to be making chocolate chip cookies and then maybe go on a walk later in the afternoon as well. I feel so bad, but actually my plants are already kind of, like the flowers are already kind of dying. This one is literally dead. I am so bad at watering plants, honestly. It has been raining a lot lately, like literally every day. There were storms every day, it was raining so much. So in my head I was thinking these plants are fine, they will get watered. But the water doesn't even reach these plants because it's a covered balcony, so yeah, I kind of feel bad. One of the flowers I got is already dead, but the rest is kind of looking okay, but they are looking a little bit sad. So I need to give more effort into taking care of these flowers. The cookies turned out great. I went to bring the cookies to our neighbors as well, and subhanallah, it was her birthday, so it really was nice timing. I'm just going to continue reading for a little bit, go for a walk, and then also do some groceries as well. So that was all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I do want to ask for next videos, inshallah. Last year I did a series, 90 days challenge basically, where at the end of the year, so the last months of 2025, or in that case 2024, we kind of did a challenge where we would be self-improving for 90 days, specifically practicing self-discipline. And it was around this time last year that I did that video. I was wondering if you would want to do something similar again this year, where we do a 90-day challenge, or maybe a different kind of challenge, something to end this year strong. And also, I know it's very soon to be talking about Ramadan, but it's in like mid-February of 2026, inshallah, and that's also nice just because that's kind of at the beginning of the year. So in the sense, you can also have the goal of self-improving, not necessarily for the start of 2026, but for the start of Ramadan, just because it's so close together. So yeah, I just wanted to ask if you would like me to make another challenge that we can do together, and if so, like how many days and what kind of challenge. Let me know in the comments, and inshallah I can make a video about that if you would like that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope I didn't talk too much about Hassan the pigeon. It has just been on my mind a lot, also because I know that animals can speak for you on the day of judgment. So there was a point where I was actually kind of scared that I was risking, not necessarily risking, but like, yeah, it was kind of messing with my akhirah, just because there's this pigeon that is obviously mad at me. But there was also a point where I saw Hassan, but I didn't see his wife, and I actually thought she left him just because he couldn't provide anymore, because there's no home for them anymore. So I was thinking I was the reason for their like divorce basically. So yeah, I was feeling all the bad energy. Luckily I saw them together today, so alhamdulillah, at least they are okay together. I still feel a little bit bad, but I'm sorry if I talk too much about that. Yeah, so that was all for today's video. Let me know if you want to do a challenge for the last few months, and I'll see you in the next video, inshallah.